Hey everybody, Jill Everman here, and this is where the magic happens. Welcome to my house and TV Critics. All right, so let me say right off the bat, I am fully aware that not everybody has an entire pantry closet. This was not a pantry. I had my washer and dryer in here, and I had the whole thing moved out and made into a pantry because I'm a chef, and for a living, this is what I do, so this is what I invest in. Some people get big screen TVs, I build a pantry, and now my washer and dryer are like shoved in my bathroom, so I'm not bougie. This is the only part of my house that's bougie. So, welcome to my pantry. It is my happy place. I love it so much. I'm going to show you some things you need to have in your pantry. Just pantry staples to help you get organized. First of all, most important right off the bat, the seasonings. Now, most of you, I guarantee, have the seasoning drawer or that gets kind of messy, and that's normal. I'm going to tell you, spices are really hard to organize. And I got this big shelf at Hobby Lobby, and like, even that doesn't hold everything. But your spices, so you can see them and use them. So for instance, well, I have all my Trader Joe's spices right here, but ones that I find important that you must have. Just an everyday seasoning, something that has a good mix of salt and pepper and different spices and herbs that you can just throw on a protein or veggies and you have instant flavor. Find stuff that you like to play with. Like I have a citrusy garlic one and I have a dukkha spice, and like just find things you really like to keep your food from being bland. Most importantly, you know how I feel about my salt. If you've ever watched any of my videos, I'm obsessed with salt. Salt is life. But I don't have, she's cute. I like the Blue Umbrella Girl, but I don't want her in the canister, right? I want her in a box. I want coarse, kosher salt. That's what we want, okay? I got a big box of it here. It'll last you like 2 years. It lasts me about 2 weeks. I'm a salt girl. All right, so now, next, we're trying to find ways to get dinner on the table easily. So, pastas, get your gluten-free pastas, get your whatever you like. But pastas make for very fast dinners, especially because in the fridge, because we'll do a fridge video at some point, just get some sliced Italian sausage and some Parmesan and boom, you have a meal. So now for me, I do find it important. I'm a pasta girl. But I like to get different shapes and colors. Like, look at this crazy pasta right here. Like, that's so cute. You don't have to get spaghetti every time. Like this beautiful bucatini. You've got these wonderful little shapes. Like, look how cute those are. Kids will love those. I'm really big into getting like all different kinds of shapes and sizes for pasta because it just keeps things spicy around here. You know what I'm saying? But that's your number 2, some pastas. To piggyback off of that, don't forget your grains. Steven, can you get all the way up here? I've got farro, I've got lentils, I've got polenta, wild rice, regular rice, arborio rice, brown rice. Like keep your, I think I have couscous right here, lentils, more lentils right here. All of my rices, like things that are fast dinners that can heat up quickly. Couple of tips. I don't care. I'm a chef. I know I can make rice. I know this. Don't put it in the comments like you're a chef and you use instant rice. Yes, I do. Because I have kids and my life is busy. These are amazing. I make these all the time to fold into burritos, just to add quick starch to my meals. So love, love, love. Same with like 90-second brown lentils. How easy is that to stir into casseroles or soups or things like that? So just I am not above. I mean, heck, I'm not above. My kids love the spirals. I love the spirals. The spirals are the best ones. To be honest, the wheels were the best ones. Back in the 90s, they stopped making the wheels, and I'm still devastated to this day. So your grains, your rices, all those things, right? Easy dinners. Now, to go along with those, number 4, we've got our sauces. I like to get a variety of sauces. And for instance, like everything from different pasta sauces, peri-peri sauce, barbecue sauces, hatch chilies, Korean sauces, chopped Calabrian peppers. I mean, if you're making a soup and it's boring, just throw in some chopped Calabrian peppers. It's amazing. Like just little things that will season up your food or that you can combine with this pasta and rice and farro for fast meals, right? We always don't have time to cook. We don't have time to cook all day long. Sometimes life's busy and you got to throw stuff together, and these staples make it very easy. Finally, I have for you, well, actually, to piggyback off the sauces, when it comes to your canned stuff, it is all about the tomatoes for me. Tomatoes that you can puree into sauces, into soups, fold it into everything. So I'm really, really big on tomatoes. I like to get ones that say San Marzano. Italian tomatoes always just taste so much better. They do. Spend the extra dollar. Like even these Italian peeled tomatoes. I mean, they're absolutely amazing. They cost a smidge more, but worth it. Worth it. So you can see over here that I also have like chili crunch and harissa. These are all things that you might get and go, I'll buy them and I don't know what to use them for. Look, you all order food. You all make recipes that are like meh. Like you've all tasted things recently that are okay, but you eat them anyway because you're hungry. You all have a palate. I want you to stop for a moment and go, what could make this better? How can I make this not bland, right? Taste it. Does it need salt? Does it need a little acid? Do we need to add some tomatoes to this? Do we need to add, look, this is spicy. This is crunchy spicy. Like start adding things, start experimenting to boost up the flavor because life's hard enough. Bland food, not here for it. And if you're ever curious, like, oh, I bought this peri-peri sauce because everyone's talking about it. What do I use it on? When in doubt, practice on scrambled eggs. Any of those kinds of sauces and things are wonderful. Scrambled eggs is like a blank canvas. So just try them on scrambled eggs and then you'll get more of a feel of how you like them. That's what I'm saying. Also, a lot of this stuff, the harissa, the chili crunch, peri-peri, Calabrian peppers, just put it in some mayonnaise honey and spread it on a sandwich. So good. Okay, and then finally, talking about the bland food and what we can do to boost flavor. A lot of times people will taste something and go, I don't know what it needs. It needs something. Most of the time, that means it needs acid. So what we have here are the vinegars. We've got the balsamic, the tarragon, the prosecco, the rice wine vinegar, we have all different kinds of vinegars because it adds such a huge boost of flavor. Also a tip, if you have someone in your life who can't eat a lot of salt, substituting in any kind of vinegar or acid like that will boost up the flavor without the salt. So I'm just saying, it's just a tip if you need it. So another way to not make your food bland, absolutely, it's all about the vinegars. And then finally, our last one. I know I said 5 and I'm kind of all over the board. I guarantee you Stephen will somehow find a way to edit this so it looks like I have 5, right? Can you do that with this? I'm kind of going on a tangent. Okay, he says yes. And then finally, the oils. The oils, different oils. I've got olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil. I have canola oil or vegetable oil in the kitchen for when I'm doing baking, but different oils for different things. So your extra virgin olive oil, not the best to cook with, but it's amazing for vinaigrettes and drizzling over your veggies and fun stuff like that because it's got that bright, really good flavor. But then you have coconut oil, which has a crazy amount of heat. It can handle a ton of heat. So if you're sauteing a lot of food, it'll just meld into food and make it taste amazing and rich, but it doesn't burn. Same thing with the grapeseed oil. It's a neutral oil. All the oils have different functions. But I like to have a variety, so that way I'm always ready to go with whatever. The only thing I didn't really touch upon in here, you always have your broths and things like that, is all the baking goods, but I'm not like the best baker. I can bake. I don't like to bake. I don't get like a huge joy out of it unless it's like a rainy day and I'm bored and it feels good, but like there's no part of me that comes home and goes, oh, I need to make bread. So I have all my baking stuff, most importantly, the chocolate chunks. That's the most important thing right there. Get those chocolate chunks. See how big these are? I just got those the other day and I'm kind of obsessed. But other than that, like those are your staples. Those are the things I want you to have. The easy breads, the starches, the easy sauces, the vinegars, the oils, and then don't forget also just to stock up on things like your spirals because sometimes life is hard. And if you serve this on top of buttered toast, I'm not mad at you about that. It's so good. Mac and cheese sandwiches. We have them on Sundays sometimes. Anyway, thanks for joining me in my pantry. Hope you learned something. If you have something you must have at all times in your pantry, comment below. I want to see, I want to hear, I want to taste. That's how I roll. And don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends about it, and I will see you very soon. Take care, everybody. Okay, well now I'm thinking I want to say I'm on MTV Cribs. Hey everybody, Jyll Everman here. And if I can't say MTV Cribs, can't do it. This is where the magic happens.